using 𝐃𝐈𝐒𝐂𝐋𝐀 to invade Mexico? Are they using 𝐃𝐈𝐒𝐿 as an excuse to invade Mexico? The King of Wands. The Nine of Wands. The Six of Swords. Sorry y'all can't see. I have a new tripod for now. And then we have I want to say right off the bat, no. His death wasn't a step closer to it wasn't meant as a way to invade Mexico. However, they are going to spin it into being able to invade Mexico. But at first, no. I just genuinely think that the Mexican military was tired. I'm talking tired under their rule. I'm talking about their women and children were stressed out, anxious. Everybody was stressed out under the cartel's rule. Everybody. And it was just about that time to get rid of them. But y'all, I don't think that getting rid of the ruler of the cartel isn't going to really do much of anything. I mean, because the system still exists, right? A system can still be ran without its leader. You get what I'm saying? But I do think that Trump, whoever's in charge here, Trump is looking at Mexico like, somebody eyeballing Mexico, child, after this whole thing. Somebody is eyeballing to reset Mexico, you know. This political leader, it could be Trump, is looking at Mexico like, like this is the perfect opportunity to reset Mexico, to invade it. But I don't think that they used Mencho. Sorry if I'm butchering his name. So sorry. I'm not a Spanish speaker, but I think there's potential to use this situation as a way to try and take over Mexico, because now someone is looking at Mexico, you can get it in a vulnerable state, and now they're like, But yeah, I think this is just a matter of it was bound to happen, because I honestly genuinely feel like Mexico was tired, disappointed, stressed out under the cartel's rule. Is the CIA involved with what's going on in Mexico right now? The Six of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords. Okay, do I think that the CIA was giving the Mexican military something? Yes, I do. Maybe resources. So this person did ask me if their weapons were given to them by the government. It's a possibility. Do I think that they are involved? Yes, but just a portion, just a small percentage of their involvement. Like I said, I do think that whoever killed El Macho was fed up and just decided to kidnap him and invade. And I think it was the rest of Mexico, the Mexico military. But the CIA, just a small percentage was involved. And do I think that they do? I do think that they knew that it was going to happen, though. I do. Yeah, the people were already tired, y'all, and it was just a matter of time. But I do think that the CIA knew that this was going to happen in Mexico. Are they involved with the cartel? Yes. Oh, those flew out, child. Y'all saw that? Yes. Yes, they are. We have the Fool and the Seven of Swords again. Yes, they are involved with the cartel. Child. Yeah, I feel like the CIA helped the cartel run Mexico. Like, they helped them stay in power some way, shape, or form. But see, a friend of everybody is a friend of nobody. Because then I also feel like they also helped the military, the Mexico military, invade. It's weird. It's like, I don't know what the US has, I don't know what the US what connections the U.S. has with Mexico, I don't know. But there's something here. It's like, is Mexico an ally with the U.S.? Is Mexico an ally? This feels like the United States. No matter what, the United States is gonna have Mexico's back because of some sort of tie that they have with Mexico. I don't know if they trade with each other. I don't know. But this feels like a no matter what, always have to have Mexico's back. Even with their fighting, even when they're fighting amongst each other. Child, I have to like the US feels like they have to stay neutral when it comes to Mexico. Um are they getting their army equipment from the government? Are they getting their is Mexico getting their army equipment from the US government? Uh is the is the is the Mexican or getting their is Mexico getting their army equipment from the US government? Um I think so. Yeah. But you know what? I think the army equipment was stolen. Okay. I think that the US was giving army equipment, was giving weapons to the cartel. And then shit I think shit slowly started getting stolen from them over time. Over time. Shit started getting stolen from the cartel over time. This isn't it's like it feels like a buildup. And also I feel like they were getting weapons from different countries as well. All sorts of different countries. I don't think the US is Mexico's only ally either. Like I think that it has cartel written all over it. I think that the cartel has more connections than Mexico itself. And that's how they're so powerful is through these connections. Money and weapons, y'all, make the world spin. Money, weapons, and maybe even drugs. Drugs is making its way up there. But it doesn't matter how many busts, how many bust happens, how many busts can occur. Listen, the feds are not even they're nowhere near getting rid of a drug problem. Nowhere near it. And as a matter of fact, I feel like over time they're gonna stop caring. Um, I feel like in the future, like 3 years, 5 years, they're gonna stop caring about the drug problem that's occurring right now. Because it's too big. It's too like people are always gonna find a way to smuggle drugs. It's too big of a problem, and I think they're gonna stop caring. To be honest, honey, they're just gonna start. The feds, the government is just gonna try and find a way for it. Is gonna try and find a way for this whole drug problem and drug lords. They're gonna find a way to use them to their benefit. The feds, instead of just trying to eliminate them altogether. It's like this is interesting. It's like they don't care no more. It's like, you know what? We are wasting too much money trying to catch these people. We might as well just fucking employ them or something. All they want is money and for us to leave them alone. And that's way easier than trying to get rid of them. Child. Is it realistic to believe that El Mencho was recently killed? He was. He was. Oh, oh shit. Yeah, he was. He did actually pass away. And El Mencho actually killed. Yeah. Did he fake his death? Did El Mencho fake his death? I don't think so. I think he actually went on to glory, y'all. Yeah, I think he actually is dead. He's actually dead. I don't think they meant to kill him, though. I think they only just meant to kidnap him. And I see everybody stressed out. Women, and people that were under his rule. They're like, what do we do? They're like, oh, okay, thank you, Spirit. I feel like eventually he knew he was gonna pass away, but I think how he died caught him by surprise. And he would always tell them, he was like, if something happens to me, you need to continue business as usual. Like, you need to continue business as usual. Like, and I do feel like somebody's gonna replace him. And this is gonna be a gentleman. We're not gonna know who he is. We're not gonna know who he is. Child, this is tea. Thank you to whoever requested this reading. This is tea. My God. And I don't want to sound insensitive because I know people have passed away because of this in different states, and I know that this is a huge deal. I honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't understand why. I'm a very young person and I don't really pay attention to Mexico like that. I would love to vacation there, but I don't necessarily pay attention to Mexico, so forgive me. I don't understand why this is such a big deal, but I think it all boils down to money and power. Especially if this is a male-dominated field, all a man needs is some money and power, and he acts a plumb fucking fool. You hear me? But yeah, so I don't want to sound insensitive because I know people have died because of this tragic, because of this foolery. And so, you know, my heart goes out to everybody's family. But I mean, this is tea. I'm sorry. How will this affect Mexico long term? Oh, no, actually, first I want to ask God. I mean, yeah, I want to ask God. How does God feel about what's going on right now in Mexico? The Chariot. The Ace of Swords. The Tower card. The Nine of Wands and the Page of Cups. God feels like eventually, you know, okay. God is saying that Mexico, I mean, the cartel runs Mexico, right? God is saying that the people of Mexico are not aware of how much the cartel, you know, they don't know how much, how should I put this? It's like they're not aware of how much the cartel has their hand in Mexico's affairs. And God is saying that the cartel actually protects Mexico. They protect Mexico, whether they realize it or not. A lot of things could have went awry. The country could have been worse without without the cartel's ruling. Spirit is saying that the people of Mexico think they're ready for the absence of this man, but they're not. Their foundation is going to start to crumble, and the people of Mexico are not going to don't know how much this man protected their country. Is Mexico a country or a state? I should know this. I'm sorry. Don't come for me. People don't, as much as they were stressed out, people don't know how much this man protected them. And so they've grown accustomed to living a certain way for so long that this shift is going to be uncomfortable for them. That's how God feels. Their shift is going to be uncomfortable for them. However, God is also saying that there's a silver lining. There's a silver lining. And this next leader, I do feel like he's going to be a little bit more harsher, but level-headed in a way, very composed. I think he's going to put on this front, like, but I don't know. I do feel like that the next leader is a civilian, like, in Mexico. Like, it's like people have seen him before, people know of him, but they're not gonna know he's the next leader. Like, people know him, but they don't know him. This is weird. It's like, I feel like he was recruited, like he's like some sort of civilian or in the city of Mexico. Like, I don't know, he might have been like a merchant or something. Like, he might own a store. It's like he's going to be hidden, but not really. He's going to be hidden in plain sight is basically what I'm trying to say. This is interesting. Let me drink my water, child. This is interesting. This is really interesting. Like, I feel like I'm watching a fucking movie. Like, I feel like I'm reading a movie. Yo, I just might turn this reading into a movie. Like, I'm not even gonna cap. Let me finish. Let me start writing a script, y'all. Like, this is interesting. This will make a very interesting movie. Don't steal my idea, y'all. Listen, and I don't even like drug cartel movies. I don't like those types of shows like where they, I don't like shows like that, low key. But I will watch this. I would. And I think what would make it 100% better is if it was all in Spanish and you're gonna have to read the subtitles, bitch, if you're not a Spanish speaker. I feel like that'll just add the cherry on the top, bitch. But yeah, that's how God feels, y'all. Um, the cartel protects Mexico, and despite them being stressed out, these people of Mexico are not ready are not ready for the shift that's going to take place. Um, but there's a silver lining. How will this affect Mexico long term? I'm glad I asked that question last because I was about to ask it before how God feels, and so that just perfect segue. How will this affect Mexico long term? How will El Mencho's death affect Mexico long term? Yep. See, I see more stress. More stress. And like I said, y'all, that just goes to show y'all may have killed him, but the system still remains. It still stands. And his people were given specific instructions. If something happens to me, y'all need to continue business as usual. Well, I do think that people will be brought closer to their faith, uh, their spiritual practices. I do. I still see stress, anxiety. I still see people struggling. I still see people. Some people might feel more free. Some people might live in the illusion that Mexico just is better because the leader is gone. But like I said, y'all got you a enemy hiding in plain sight. Y'all got you a traitor hiding in plain sight. Um, y'all think that Fernando is y'all local horchata man, but no, Fernando Fernando be smuggling guns and drugs overseas, bitch. Fernando, um, y'all think Fernando finna make y'all a fruit salad, bitch? No, Fernando is cooking. Fernando is the bitches love souls. Fernando and Juan, fly by night, bitch. Oh my god. Okay. Um, what's that cocaine song? What's that cocaine song? And it was popular like in 2012. I think it was by Chief Keef. I can't think of the name right now. But listen. It ain't safe. It ain't safe for the black or the white thugs. Okay. I'm just break it. I'm gonna just break it to you plain and simple. There's still gonna be deception. Um, there's still gonna be heartbreak, anxiety, like. But some people are gonna be brought closer to their faith, some way, shape, or form. And also, I do think that the Mexico is not gonna be as broke as they are. I do think that with this new leader that they're gonna have, he's more like he's similar to a Donald Trump. Like he's all about the money, like basically making Mexico great again. Like that's how he feels. Like he feels like the country is poor. Like he feels like they're poor, and we're not supposed to be poor. Like that's not what we stand for, y'all. As much as people don't like the cartel, and y'all might hate me for saying this, but the cartel is very charity based. Like at least that's what the main agenda was. You know how they claim what the Freemasons do. I feel like the cartel very much so believed in pouring back into their own community. Um, they're not bad people. It's just it just all depends on the vessel and how they handle power. Um, but I feel like they take like some sort of oath or agreement. It's like they promise themselves like It doesn't matter what. Like, we have to pour back into our own community. But I do think that somebody got greedy and stopped caring about the welfare of the people. That's why these people are so stressed out. That's why the people in Mexico are so stressed out, and because of greed. Um, but I do think that with this new leader, they might make some harsh decisions, but the end goal is to make sure that Mexico is a flooring of a what's that word? A flourishing country. Like, it's like their goal is to stop, to end the poorness of Mexico, the poverty in Mexico. Interesting. I guess that's what God is talking about in the silver lining, pouring resources back into Mexico. That's what the goal is for them, for the new leader, I suppose. They claim that the Freemasons do charity work, and that's their main focus, But I feel like this feels like the same sort of feel for the new leader. His goal is to pour resources and money back into Mexico. Because he took a look around. He's like, why are people broke? Why are people being paid so low to work? Like, why can't people afford food? Like, what's going on? But that's how he feels. Interesting. I hope y'all enjoyed this reading. I know I did. And I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye.